Hello and welcome to the Great Unicorn Hunt. With our series of introducing budding startups who have the potential of becoming the next unicorn, today we have Sahil Pruthi, founder of Livofy. Hi Sahil, how are you?
Hi, Megha. I'm doing pretty well. Thank you so much for having me as a part of this.
You're welcome. A very warm welcome to the Great Unicorn Hunt. Can you quickly introduce yourself to our audience, please?
Sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Sahil Pruthi, and I'm the founder of Livofy. A bit about my background. I am a computer science engineering graduate from NSIT, Netai Subhash of Technology, and I've studied entrepreneurship from Stanford Seed, and I'm also an ISSA certified nutritionist. And prior to starting my company, I've also worked with companies like Travel Triangle Innovation as a product manager, and I've also worked with companies like Samsung and Kronos as a backend developer. So that's about bit about me.
Okay, thank you for the short and sweet intro. I'm really excited to know more about Livofy. So, can you tell us a bit more about what Livofy is?
Sure. So, Livofy fundamentally, if I were to summarize in one sentence, we are a personalized, integrative patient engagement platform for chronic care management. Now,
Mhm.
I would like to simplify these terms as well, so it's easier for our audience to understand as well that we are a platform that helps patients with the right kind of personalized nutrition and supplementation recommendations, which can help them in the remission or reversal of their diabetes, thyroid, PCOS, fatty liver, obesity, and hypertension through the right kind of nutrition and supplementation, so that even when they get off the medication that the doctor has prescribed to them, they don't have a recurrence in their ailment and their symptom, and that's what we focus on. That patients typically end up seeing a recurrence of the ailment, and we believe that most of these chronic ailments are underlying hormonal issues. And if you complement the medication with the right kind of nutrition and supplementation, you can not just have a remission or reversal, but even have a sustenance of the reversal in the long run. And that's what we kind of focus on at Lipify.
Got it. Thanks for that. So, let's just directly jump into the rapid fire round. I'll be asking you a couple of questions for the audience to know more about Livofy. Can we start?
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
What pain points are you guys solving?
The pain point that we are trying to solve for is at the patient's end, it is solving for sustenance of the recurrence reversal of the chronic ailment, which means that if somebody has any of the issues like diabetes, thyroid, PCOS, fatty liver, hypertension, or obesity, we want them to not just have a reversal, but even have a sustenance of the reversal. And we focus on two pieces for the patient that we like to solve. One is personalization, which is personalized wellness, where they are able to follow them in the long run and they are able to form sustainable habits through them. And the second piece that we're solving for is integrative, that we believe that healthcare is not just medication or nutrition in silos, but a combination of nutrition and supplementation combined with medication can help them in sustenance and reversal and sustenance of the ailment, right? So we focus on personalized and integrative as a problem at the patient end. At the care provider's end, which is at the nutritionist end, we focus on helping the care provider or the nutritionist or doctor in locations use generative AI models to personalize the entire nutritional recommendation for the patients, communicate with the patients through AI, do outreach to patients through our sophisticated cohort building features, and analyze the performance of different patients as well, right? So that they are able to provide end-to-end care to the patients and eventually have improved results and stickiness of the patients to the wellness protocol, right? So we are solving for problem in chronic care, not just at the patient side, but also at the care provider end. So yeah.
Got it. So can you tell us what exactly do you do?
Yeah. So we fundamentally use generative AI to be able to provide patients with a personalized nutrition and supplementation plan, which are primarily 3, 6, and 12-month plans, where we help them with a washout protocol to help them get started with a personalized protocol, keeping in mind their body parameters, meal preferences, blood markers, demographics, allergies, sensitivities, and so on and so forth. We modify their nutrition protocol as well. We give them chat, call, and email support, and we also help them receive from the protocol the right way so that the results that they get are sustainable in the long run. And we help them eventually through all this entire process. We help them manage the chronic issues that I mentioned previously. At the care providers end or at the B2B end, we partner with corporates in helping their employees become healthier. We partner with insurance companies which currently is in pre-revenue stage, but we also in our pipeline is partnering with insurance companies to help them lower the claim ratios to the right nutrition. With doctors, hospitals by providing our product as a SaaS offering so that they can provide wellness to their patients as well, and with the pharma companies so that they can provide wellness to to their patients, to their doctor network as well, right? So that's how we're kind of working on from on in terms of how we typically help clients at different points in time.
Got it. Why do you think what you're doing is working?
What is it is working because we have already been able to work with 7,500 plus clients, and we have been able to get enough testimonials directly with work with clients in terms of improvement in blood markers. So what is working is obviously the metric improvement that clients are seeing for themselves, and sharing so many testimonials in terms of pictures or videos. And secondly, obviously, is the protocol that we give to them is very sustainable and doable, and it is able to form sustainable habits for people, right? So that's working quite well for us, which is why we end up having a very high net promoter score as well, right? Of our clients having very good feedback of our products and services, right? So those are things that are working quite well for us so far, Mika.
Okay. What are the upsides, logically speaking, as per the wildest dream?
See, I think the upsides can be immense. We target to reach at least impacting 1 million lives just in India, which can make it a comfortable $100 million revenue company. If we combine B2C and B2B impacts that we are kind of focusing on, and given the problem is not just an India specific but a global problem, we see that from a valuation standpoint or from a value standpoint, we can comfortably become a $5 to $10 billion company in the years to come because of the kind of problem that we're solving and the kind of scale and impact that it has in the long run.
Oh, got it. Uh, what do you think are the risks in this business?
So there would be some of the risks which I would probably say is that one of them is to protect patient health, which is PHI. So we encrypt and anonymize data, but security of data is a risk that we pay very close attention to. The second is compliance, which we want to eventually get done is GDPR and HIPAA compliance as we scale outside of India. That is the second thing that we would probably call as risk. And the third would be if the patients don't get results, right? So we have been very grateful that patients are actually getting results. That would be the third risk. And fourth, I would say is that the generative AI not giving correct recommendations, which is where patients eventually don't get results, right? So these would be the four risks. For to be able to curb or manage the generative AI risk, we kind of manually vet the recommendations that are coming through the AI as well, so that they give good recommendations. So that's what we're like paying very close attention to as well, above and beyond what I mentioned about how we're planning to manage the other risks. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So Sahil, why are you the best team to do this?
I think we have a very good. So I feel that the problem of chronic disease management requires you to have a combined expertise in not just nutrition but technology, product management, business processes, ops, right? And I believe that given my experience of actually pursuing a degree in business and pursuing one degree in computer science and one degree in nutrition, and obviously my combined experience of working with startups like Innovation and Travel Triangle and Samsung and Kronos brings a very unique combination of skills that is required to run and grow this business. And it's not just me. We have a very capable and energetic team who have bring in varied background, right from product marketing to growth to business operations to sales, right? Which makes it a unique blend of people who we believe would be the right fit to solve this problem at scale, right? And we believe that a good team is a big moat in itself for our business to grow, which we feel that we have at this point in time.
Got it. May I know your TAM customer acquisition cost?
Sure. So we would say that just in India, there are about 200 million people who have one or more of the chronic issues. And we believe that a typical TAM just in India would be upwards of $20 billion. A serviceable addressable would be around $7 to $8 billion, and we believe that our serviceable obtainable would be around $100 to $200 million, which would be around 1,000 to 2,000 crores in revenue. And our current customer acquisition cost in India would be around 3,000 to 3,500 rupees, and our lifetime value of the customer is about 9,000 rupees in India for Indian clients, which makes it at a return on ad spend of about 3. And for Indian clients outside of India, we currently have a customer acquisition cost of about 5,500 rupees and a lifetime value of 13,000 rupees, which makes it an ROS about 2.2, 2.5 to 3, basically, right? So that's where we are at.
Okay. How are you executing the TAM and SAM you mentioned?
So how we are calculating is that a total addressable market would be 200 million people who have one or more of the chronic issues. And if we say that if presumably all of them can pay about $100 to be able to manage the chronic issue, it makes it a chronic care market size of $20 billion plus. But we also understand that about 40 to 50% people in tier one cities and states will be actually be able to have that kind of paying propensity, which is where we have said that the serviceable addressable market would be around $8 billion, and we conservatively say that only 5 to 6% of the serviceable addressable market, even if we are able to capture that, will become $100 million to $200 million ARR company. So that's how we're calculating our TAM, SAM, and so on.
Got it. Can you provide us with any testimonials for a reference?
Most definitely happy to share them on email as well. But we have had enough clients who've had a complete reversal in their diabetes. Women with PCOS have seen improvement in their irregular period cycles, facial hair and acne. There are a lot of women who have been able to conceive successfully who were not able to conceive for a very long time. We have seen a lot of people see a significant improvement in their obesity as well, and people with hypothyroidism have seen a significant improvement in their thyroid markers as well, right? Specifically talking in terms of numbers, we typically see a 1.1 reduction in HbA1c markers for people with type 2 diabetes, about 3.5 reduction in TSH markers for people with hypothyroid, about 13% reduction in body fat for people with obesity, and 85% of women who actually adhere to our protocol are able to see an improvement in their testosterone markers and in their irregular period cycles, facial hair, and acne. So we have been able to see a lot of improvement overall for the clients that have worked with us. So, yeah.
Got it. This is great. Thank you for your time, Sahil, and for introducing Livofy. It was great chatting with you. We wish you all the very best for your journey, and I hope that you get hunted and spotted really soon.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your wishes, Megha. Thank you so much.